Hello. Today we are recapping the Real Housewives of Orange County, Season 18, Episode 11. So let's jump right in. The episode opens up with Gina heading over to Shannon's house. Gina fills Shannon in on what happened after she left Sonoma. So basically the fight with Katie approaching her, saying her feelings are hurt, Heather saying her feelings are hurt, that whole thing. Gina says hopefully her and Katie are on good terms and can start maybe building their friendship back up after the whole Heather paparazzi debacle. So she's like, okay, I'm giving this girl another chance, which I think Gina's the one that was like stirring the pot on this. Let me know if I'm seeing this differently. Katie, Jen, and Emily meet up for breakfast, of course, to have a little chit-chat gossip sesh, as usual. Shannon tells Gina that her lawyer found out John said he needs those videos in case Shannon goes off the rails. So I think he's alluding to, like, on the show, if she goes off the rails on the show, then he's going to release the videos. It's like an insurance policy for him. But Shannon's lawyers found out that he said that. Emily talks to the girls about the fashion show and how she felt uncomfortable with the clothes that Heather put her in, and she feels like Heather was unaware of Emily's feelings about her body. So Heather basically put her in a couple of looks, and if you remember, she was like, here, you can wear this big moto jacket, which I think was just the style. But Emily was sensitive about that because, you know, she was a bigger girl and she lost all this weight, and she feels really proud about that. And then I guess the last look, Emily was the only one that Heather made bring her own pants, her own jeans, and everybody else was in like skirts and stuff. So Emily just feels some type of way about it. I don't think she's blaming Heather in this very moment, but she's just saying, like, this is how I feel. Like, I felt like really uncomfortable with the clothes that she put me in, and she's telling the girls at breakfast. Vicky and Shannon traveled to St. Louis for their show. Shannon says that the show is different without Tamara, and she's liking it. So she says that, she actually says, like, I'm glad that Tamara left. I don't believe that for 1 second, but I think that they're navigating Tamara not being there with the show, figuring out how to make it their own. So there's clips about them going, traveling to St. Louis, and, Vicky and Shannon are a good time together, so it's cute to watch. So then Jen hosts her poolside fiesta for the girls. Alexis shows up to the fiesta and talks to the girls about how hard this John lawsuit is and how it's really affecting her. And Alexis just seems a little off all nights throughout the night. I don't know if she had had a couple of drinks before or something, but she just seems a little off. But she immediately comes in and sits down, is like almost in tears, and the girls are like, what is going on? She's like, I can't tell you. And then they're like, okay, don't tell us. She's like, well, this is the John stuff is so hard. It's very off-putting. And then Emily says that she's over Alexis and that she's annoying her. The girls play kind of a weird Jenga question game where they write questions on these Jenga blocks and then pull them, and I don't know, Heather's barking like a dog, Alexis is trying to throw the blocks in the fire, Katie shows Tamara her butthole, and then Tamara ends up peeing in the pool. It's very weird and odd. I think that the girls are a little drunk, but it's coming off like just a little uncomfortable and a little weird to watch, in my opinion. So they finish the game, and Emily confronts Heather about how she felt uncomfortable with the clothes Heather put her in at the fashion show. Heather then apologizes, but it seems a little condescending to me. She says, I'm sorry that you feel that way, basically. I mean, it's like a half apology. It's like a half she means like, I'm sorry, and then it's like half like, not my problem, and it comes into play more as the conversation and argument goes on. Heather then says in her interview the girls sent in their own measurements, and then she says, I have news for you. That size 12 dress was tight on Emily. It was not baggy, because Emily, remember, had said like, I'm not a size 12, and apparently the dress was a size 12, and Heather's like, oh, it was tight on her. So she's bigger than a size 12. A little cringy for Heather, like not her best moment. Things escalate with the girls because Alexis chimes in on the argument with Heather and Emily, and who obviously was already irritating Emily before, and Heather says she's apologized to Emily, and Emily keeps coming after her, so like Heather's starting to get a little defensive and like, again, not like being really sorry for what happened. Katie says Heather gets defensive when she isn't painted in a perfect light. So Katie says this in her interview. She's basically saying like, Heather's the queen, and if you don't like bow down to the queen, she doesn't like it. So she's just commenting on the situation basically, and how she sees Heather, which she already has like a chip on her shoulder with Heather. Emily tries to pull Heather for a private chat that's not in front of everybody, because Emily like talked about this with everybody. She's like, let's go have a private chat. And Heather like freaks out. It's like, no, you try to have this conversation in front of everybody, and doesn't like really want to go and talk to her. Starts like putting her finger in Heather's face, in Emily's face. Emily doesn't like that. Like, it's escalating. I think they are drunk. Emily ultimately gets frustrated and walks off. Then she's like, I think I'm just gonna leave this party. So Emily's trying to leave the party with Gina, and they are saying their goodbyes in the kitchen, and Emily and Heather kind of go at it again, like, hey, this is how I feel. Again, not listening to each other. Alexis chimes in again, Emily freaks out, loses her stuff as she's like walking out and like storms off. She's like, "Shut up, Alexis. You're just a friend on the show," basically. So, and that's how the episode ends. So yeah, this was kind of a weird episode. Like, not a lot happened. They had like a lot of clips about like their personal lives, which I only like really report on the drama. But it was just kind of a weird episode, like the fiesta party with them doing the Jenga thing. I don't know. It was bizarre, but it is what it is. So I hope you enjoyed my recap. I will link down below a place to all the other episodes in this season, and hit that subscribe button to check out all my other recaps coming up on this show, other shows, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will check you on the next one. Bye.